So as we move into our next time together, unfortunately, Rochelle, one of our next speakers, was not able to make it. But fortunately for us, the second half of her duo, Jessica McCracken from Creative Spark, is joining us to lead us in a moment of play. And Jessica, we are delighted to have you on the stage with us. Jessica brings people together through the creative process, and she began her career with the Center for Elders and Youth in the Arts in 2007, and has really been such an inspiring force in my life and in many of those that are in the creative aging field. Thank you, Jessica, for joining us today to lead us in a moment of play.
Thank you. I'm going to spotlight myself. It's just a pleasure. Thank you, Katie, for everything you've done to make this such a special conversation. I'm loving feeling community in this space. And thank you all for joining me in this interactive moment. If you have available, a pen and paper is helpful for this experience, but not necessary. So in this intro, if you have a moment, grab that and have it handy. Let us pause for play, shall we? Through play, it is how we kind of remember and get in touch with those things that came so naturally to us as kids. Being present in the moment and seeing the awe and wonder in the world around us. A lot of things that Nick and Margaret were touching on in their conversation. It's really, like you said, Katie, feasting on our life. And I just love that, savoring every moment. So what is play? How would you describe it? I would love to see words coming up in chat and, making sure you're marking everyone so everyone can enjoy that. How would you describe play? For me, play is joyful. It is fun. Play is imagination. That's for me. The benefits of play include building confidence, supporting creativity, and helping us see things in a new way. And that can really not only lead us on strengthening our resiliency, but really paving the way to a path of rediscovery. Oh, I love seeing in chat things popping up. Yes, sharing experiences. I love that sharing aspect. However play is coming into your life, whether it's putting silverware away with Margaret or picking out what you're going to wear. Nick, what do you think? You celebrating small magical moments in your day. Play is about reconnecting with that part of you that invites what if, why not, and yes and mentality. I'd love to see more. How does play present itself in your life? For me, I'm wearing a play reminder today. I'm holding in my hand a heart pendant necklace. This is actually the first piece of jewelry I ever bought. I think I was 4 or 5, but I remember the moment. And I wear it today, and I love that it's a heart. I feel like it was a gift to my future self to remind me of that eternal beat in my heart that has been there my whole life, to be wild and free and love. And so this is how I play today. It's my reminder. I've had this piece of jewelry almost my entire life, and I chose it. There are some universal elements of play, one of them being something we learned from improv and theater. It's called yes and. It's where we welcome an offering, whether it's from somebody else, from nature, from the universe, from inside of ourselves. We welcome that in, we embrace it, but we also build upon it. Yes, and. Ann Basting and her work with time slips, we're going to drop in timeslips.org into the chat. really is a fantastic resource for this concept. And the following exercise I'm going to take you on with your pen and paper is inspired by her beautiful questions. So where do we begin? Let's number our page 1 through 12. So you'll see my page I'm trying to hold in front of me along the left margin, 1 through 12, and I write really big, so I give myself plenty of space. So number your page 1 through 12. And then with the even lines is where we're going to begin. And I'm going to give you prompts and you answer them however you see fit. This is a moment for levity. Let's not take things so seriously and be tied to an outcome. Just go with your gut, take a leap, and remember, be descriptive, use juicy words. This is a poem after all. So line number 2. Something awe-inspiring you've experienced. Could be something you saw, something you heard, maybe even something you tasted. So on line number 2 on your page, you want to write down something awe-inspiring you've experienced. Remembering those descriptive words. So for me, it would be the redwood trees, but I would add in words like moss-covered, misty, magical, tall redwood trees. Line number 4. Something you are hoping to welcome more of into your life. On line number 4, write down something you are hoping to welcome more of into your life. And again, this is just for you. This is a moment of play and improv. So just go with your gut. Line number 6, because we're doing the even lines right now. Line number 6 is something you love about spring. Very timely. Something you love about spring. Line number 8 is something you love about summer. Number 10, something you like to do as a kid. What is something you like to do as a kid? Remembering all the kind of descriptive adjectives and action words that you could add into this. And line number 12, a quality you're currently growing. A personal quality you are currently growing. Fantastic. Okay, the odd lines. The odd lines are great because you're going to just be writing down what I say. This is what we call the connective tissue. So line number 1, 2 words. What if? Line number 3, could bring me. Line number 4 or 5, skipping every line. Line number 5, for me. Just those 2 words, for me. Number 7, our promises of. Line number 7 is our promises of. Line number 9 repeats these 2 words, what if. Line number 9 is what if? And line number 11 is a path to rediscovering. Line number 11 is a path to rediscovering. I believe if you want it back for your reference, this poem is going to be available at creativespark.org, and it's also in the chat. And I welcome to review your poem, see if you need to massage it any sorts of ways. But as a way to create community, it's so nice to like share what we've made. And I'd love to see some poems start popping up in chat. We could read a few. But Katie, I'd welcome you back to Fold and add your spotlight if you don't mind leading us in your poem.
Yes, I'd love to. We'll keep an eye on chat, and also feel free to email us your what if or your poems that you created today. All right, here we go. What if mist-covered forest could bring me stillness? For me, blooming dogwood trees could bring me sleeveless linen tops. What if treasure hunts are a path to rediscovering creative resilience?
Oh my goodness, yes, thank you. Impromptu poem.
Thank
How
you.
magical is that?
Love it. I love this. It's such a good tool to use to be in the present moment, which we're thinking about so much.
It's nice to get a pen to paper and have a moment to make as we're taking in all this great information. And what we're hoping with is just reminders of like spring to summer and things that we did as a kid to where we are now and where we want to go. It's all connected and it builds upon each other.
It's
and
true.
just remember to play.
We love it. Thank you for helping us play, Jessica.
Thank you.